Hi, J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jackson. We're at 10348 Westmar Street, and this is in North Jacksonville. It's on the northwest, but it's very, very close to the river, so I'm just going to call it North Jacksonville in a Highlands neighborhood. The house looks like it's been fully renovated, but before we get into the property itself, I thought it would be nice if you had just a quick look up and down the street, both directions, so you kind of get a feel for what your neighbors look like, what the street itself looks like. And as you can see, this is an older neighborhood. It's trash day today, so I'm not sure that the debris that you see is indicative of the way that the place normally is, although there are a couple of things here that let me know that this neighborhood isn't that well off. First has to do with the house that's a couple down, where we've got some plywood up instead of trim, and then another house that's down a little ways farther. It looks like maybe the roof is getting to be in kind of bad shape. Some of the homes don't have the amount of upkeep that I would like. I'm looking down here a little ways by this white pickup truck, and I see that the yard there doesn't look like it's in that good of shape. Same here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this is a bad neighborhood. And what I would say is, best thing that you can do is check with on the Duval County Sheriff Crime Map, and you can just Google search that Duval County Sheriff Crime Map, and you'll be able to get a really solid idea of what that neighborhood is actually like. You just put in the address and it will show it everything. Now, what I would say about that, though, before you use that tool, is that you first use it on an address that you know is a good address. So you get a decent address. So at least you have a baseline when you're doing your checking to make sure that you are not making a mistake when you look at it, because there's crime everywhere, and you want to know that what you have for crime in the neighborhood is something that the level is appropriate. Okay, so let's get a quick walk around the outside of this little brick home. First thing, just taking a look at the size of the lot. It's not a huge lot, but it's definitely not. Oh, let me zoom this back out. Here we go. There we go. Okay, that's better. So, as I was saying, the lot is not huge, but it's not a small lot either. It's kind of medium size for Jacksonville. We have some neighborhood dogs beside us here. The neighbors have dogs. The fence in the back looks like it's pretty deteriorated. I don't know if that's the fence for this property or for the property on the other side, but it looks like this has the chain link, and the chain link here is definitely damaged, at least in places along the back here. The back of this property, the lot size is I don't know, maybe 60 feet from the house to this tree here that's kind of basically at the back. And here you can look to see what it looks like. It's a good size on the side as well, at least on that side. It's not really big on the other side, but this side here definitely has a lot of space. Okay, so not too many trees. The fence, though, that is something that I would be definitely thinking about. The cage around the air handler here, or the air compressor here, does appear to be in good shape, and although it's rusty, it just needs some paint, and it is locked, okay, which is what you want. And this is something really that you would like to have in most neighborhoods, simply because these units are easy to get out and they are valuable. So unfortunately, people like to take them. Okay, so we're looking at a concrete block on a slab, and that, if you've watched my videos before, is kind of my favorite. I really appreciate concrete block on a slab because it really limits the amount of problems that you can have from termites and other things. This appears to be an extension. Maybe it was a garage at one time or something, but we'll take a look and see in a few minutes. That is possibly a place where you could mount an exterior light. Looks like there was a window there one time that was filled in. This is a panel board. It is not cement. It is a fiber cementous panel board that's been nailed or screwed in. They didn't do a nice job of filling the nail or screw holes. They just went ahead and painted right over the top. And you know, that's kind of what you get on a renovation these days, because these guys are trying to make a dollar, and they're going to squeeze wherever they can to do that. The house looks like it also has a mini split unit. Now, we saw the big air handler in the back, but there's also this mini split here on the side, which means that one room is getting extra AC, or maybe what's happened is that the ductwork didn't cover the room up here on this corner, maybe where once upon a time the garage was, I don't know. But whatever the reason, there is a mini split in this front room here. Could be a bedroom. I'm seeing the fascia board, which is this board that runs underneath the gutter here, has a lot of rough shape to it. That's because this is old wood, and it used to be coated in lead-based paint. And that old lead-based paint cracks, curls, and peels. Now, someone who's doing a renovation is not supposed to remove that paint without having a special license. So a lot of times what happens is they will, instead of removing the paint completely, they'll scrape it down just enough to get the loose paint off, and then they'll just paint over the top. And that's what it looks like happened here. It doesn't mean that there's a problem with that. It just is something to be aware of, that is in fact pretty old wood, at least from 1978, because that's when they stopped putting lead-based paint on houses. So I see newer fiberglass double pane windows, great for insulation. I'm not sure why we have a door here and a door there to get in. We're not going to be using this one, but we're going to check it. It could be maybe this is like a little separate apartment. That's a possibility. If that's the case, then this could be, you know, almost like a duplex. We're going to see. I did see some outlets on the exterior of the property, which of course you need. The electric meter looks good, looks new, and the mast looks like it's good shape. I don't see too much problem, although there is a little damage on that wire. As you can see, that's probably just from sunlight, but what that is simply a coating on the wire that will eventually just wear off. It doesn't hurt it to be that way, okay? You can have an electrician check it if you're nervous, but I would personally say it's probably not an issue. It also looks like at one point in time they had an AC unit through the wall here, which is why this has this weird little square covered up shape. And you know, when you knock out cement blocks to put in an AC, you have to do something when that comes out. All right, so that's the outside. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside, and I'll see you in there in just a second.